Namaskara. Hearty welcome to Maithreya, Own Your Story. Today we have a very eminent personality. Indina Namjote S Prabhakar sir is here with us. Our ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ sir worked as a Deputy Commissioner of Police retired at Government of Karnataka, worked in the UN in peacekeeping operations in Kosovo, worked as ADC to Governor of Karnataka, worked as Chief Vigilance Officer in Karnataka Power Corporation, worked as SP in Anti-Terrorist Cell. Also, sir has worked with Youth Services. Very, very hearty welcome, sir. Namaskara. Sir, firstly, to begin with, I want to start with how your childhood was, because you have worked in so many sectors in the society, you have met a lot of people. So how was your childhood? How did you have this mindset of service?
Okay, actually, I was born in Bangalore. We have siblings of five children, and then put in the Bangalore. So then my father was serving in Beirut initially.
Okay.
So spent my childhood in Beirut for 2 years. He was a high school teacher. So the advantage was that I started my education from standard 5th. I never studied from 1st to 4th standard. He used to teach me at home, and I was asked to appear for the final exam of 4th standard. Once I cleared it, then I was straight away admitted to 5th standard. So as a result, what happened, at the age of 13 years, I finished my SSLC, and at the age of 17, I was a graduate. So that was the advantage I had. So we were in Beirut for 2 years, and then due to the transfer of my father to Chintamani in Kolar district, so we shifted to Kolar district, Chintamani. Studied there from 7th to 10th.
Okay.
And when I was doing my 10th standard, my father passed away. I was a topper for the school, and then I came to Bangalore to stay with my maternal uncle, and did my BSc at National College, Basamburi. Right, Dr. Smitha was the principal. Then, actually, when I cleared my PUC, I got a seat in BMS College, civil engineering. I could not take it up for 2 reasons. Once, it was a 5-year course. Number 2, civil engineering did not have much scope those days.
Yes.
So I joined BSc, and then keen on taking up a job. Since I lost my father, I needed to support my family. And then after completion of my graduation, I was not eligible to apply for any government job. So I waited for 1 year. And after that, at the age of 18, I applied, very first application in the police, and I got selected. No, in fact, I was keen on joining the uniformed services. Actually, my maternal uncle was professor in National Defence Academy in Khatakosla.
Pune.
Yes, yeah, Pune.
Okay.
So my cousins, compelled me to get into NDA. But at that point of time, since my father passed away, my mother said, "No, you're not going to, join the army." So I continued my studies, and then
I can see that you seek a lot of inspiration from your father.
Yes, true. My father, my grandfather.
Okay.
My grandfather was an exponent of yoga. Yeah. I admire him a lot, because of his achievement. He migrated from Andhra Pradesh, settled down in Chintamani, did a lot of business. He opened a school, and then he was into agriculture. He was the only photographer for the entire Kolar district those days.
Wow.
Yes. My grandmother, though she was uneducated, she used to develop films. Those days you must have seen how
Yes.
black and white films were developed. So she used to do that. So they are my inspiration, my parents and my grandparents. Yes.
Great to know that,
Yeah,
sir.
that's right.
Even at this age, you look so fit, sir. I mean, fit in terms of physical fitness and even at the mind level. How do you maintain the same energy? How do you maintain the same spirit?
Basically, I owe it to my, I don't know, I had something inside me, you know. Even when I was studying, you know, I used to go to the gym. My family members used to ask me, you know, so why should you go to the gym? And in fact, you're not going to fight anybody. But I don't know, I was interested in going to the gym. I used to work out a lot. During the age of 12-13 years. Yes. And I used to see my grandfather, you know, performing yoga, so I was inspired. Subsequently, it helped me a lot. In fact, when I got into the process of selection for the Superintendent post, I didn't need extra efforts to clear the physical fitness test. That helped me a lot. And after joining service, of course, during training, I had a very tough training. So that made me really fit. Then I started playing badminton initially, then switched on to tennis. Even now I play tennis.
Fantastic. Wow. Great to know that. Sir, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ you were in the special task force. So special task force ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು?
What happens is, ಈಗ normal course ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ, you know, certain crimes cannot be cracked. Okay, a team has to be constituted.
So every case has a special task force?
No, it's specific to the task.
Okay.
Yes. There's no general you know, department as a special task force, depending on the need of the issue.
Okay.
So a task force is...
so special task force is comprised of police officers only,
yes,
but specifically to a particular case?
That's it, yes, exactly. Yeah.
So coming to our Karnataka state police, ನೀವಿದ್ರಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂತಂದರೆ when there was kidnapping of Rajkumar happened in Gajanur, ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜಣ್ಣ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಿಡ್ನಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ you were there in that particular special task force?
By then I had come out of the STF,
okay,
but ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದೆ. So in fact, when the STF was constituted in 1993, I still remember that was on April 26th. ಅವಾಗ actually I had applied for a month's leave.
Okay.
ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕಾವೇರಿ ಧಾಮಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. My leave was sanctioned. I was getting prepared to leave for school, ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಹೊರಡೋ ಹಿಂದಿನ ದಿವಸ the orders were issued that I should join the task force. I cancelled my leave. So the children and the family were disappointed. Ultimately, but ಆಮಿತ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. Yes, no. Yeah, so that's how, in fact, I could have, I think, maybe ಆಕಾಶ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಲೀವ್ ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ವೆರಿ ಅನ್ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟಬಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬುಕ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೆಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್.
Now, because for dedication to the service, now ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, but the family suffers a lot. They have really contributed a lot to my development, my career. When it comes to the question of transfers, transfers ಬಂದಾಗ I never cultivated any politician, no politician cultivated me. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, I am ready. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, and I was eager to take up challenges. So that's how task force go ಹೋದೆ, and then I went to Delhi to join the Prime Minister's security. ಆವಾಗ ತಾನೇ 84ಲಿ ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರ assassination ಆಗಿತ್ತು. Just a year after that. So a lot of people tried to convince me that ಯಾಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ. Still no. I said, okay, it's my duty, let me go and continue. That's how it is.
Yes, I think hats off to you all, sir. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್, ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್. ಲಾಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಔಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ವಿ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಡು, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಡು, we put the blame to other departments instead. We'll have to think ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ನಂದು ಒಂದು ಈ ಥರದ ಬೇಕಾಷನ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನನ್ನ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಇದು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಗುಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಡನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್.
ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್, ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ? ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಬುಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಹೌಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್, ಹೌ was the reaction of the family?
Naniginta credit should go to my wife. She always used to, no, she understood what my requirement is, and she used to, talk to the children and then ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಓಕೆ ಈ ಸರ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ after 3 months, after 6 months ಹೋಗೋಣ.
ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ lady behind.
Oh, yes,
that is the wife for sure.
And that is just because of transfers of the environment change. Like and then constant fear, like anxiety, especially for young children.
Yes, true.
One with the of course from the point of view of academics, okay, so the suffer agute. But on the contrary, from the point of view of like their general development, like overall development,
yes,
interacting with people, learning different languages, learning to live in different environments.
It's very, very tough.
So that gives a total different exposure. So hangagi nan maklu, they are comfortable wherever they are, absolutely comfortable.
Glad to hear that.
Meet my wife Leela. We have been married for the last 46 years. Got married in 1977, and she is the force behind me. What I am today, whatever I was when I was in my career, is with her support. I existed. See, for any officer, especially the police officer, if the family is taken care of by head of the family, I say it's the wife is the head of the family, because she takes care of everything. The husband only gives the financial support, and everything else is provided by the wife. If that's taken care of, well, we can do anything. In fact, we know that the family is being taken care of. So whatever assignment is given to us, we can do without any anxiety, without any fear. So hats off to my wife and also my 2 children, my daughter Kanchana and my son Krishna, who always supported me. I have done several foolish things, but I always have been exonerated. I accepted whatever transfers came through. For I think one particular season, first year in one particular place, the second year in second town, and then third in third thing. It's like when I went to Delhi, I think the first standard was somewhere in Belgaum, then second standard in Delhi, and again third standard in Bangalore. So imagine the pressure on the children, the new environment, the pressure of language, the pressure of studies, everything was, as I remember, I never took part in packing my stuff whenever the transfers took place. She always, because I always used, the moment the transfer orders came, I used to hand over charge and then take charge in a different place, and she used to manage everything. She like packing, transporting, everything. I only used to come and pick them up and go to my new place of posting. So thanks to my wife and my children.
Super. But officers wouldn't disclose anything to the family members, right? ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಫೋನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಬಂತು, you're asked to go to the center for some task. But what will you tell the family?
I'll tell you, actually that's again ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋನ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಫೋನ್ಗೆ she started getting calls the moment I left. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾನು ತಮಿಳ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಂಟ್. So they wanted my location, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. They were really scared. Because maybe they were trying to target me, you never know. So ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು 3-4 ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್. ಏನೋ ಕಾಲ್ ಅವರೇ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. somebody calling ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ really scared. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಡೀಪ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಒಂದು ಆಂಬುಷ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಭಾಕರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಡೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೆನ್ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಹಿಂಗೆ, ಪ್ರಭಾಕರ್ is one of the
families will be
trauma,
shattered.
Shattered. But subsequently she had to clarify that I mean, of course, a lot of ದೇವರು ನಮಗೆ ಹಣೆ ಬರಹ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದರಿಂದ there were several occasions. In fact, ನಾವು ಕೂಂಬಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋದಾಗ ವೀರಪ್ಪನ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ ಟು ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಏನ್ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನಿದೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಒಂದು ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಇಂದ 10 ಜನ ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆ ಥರ ಇದಿತ್ತು ಏನೋ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ನೆವರ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಆಂಬುಷ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಹೊಸೂರ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಒಂದು ಮರ ಬೀಳಿಸಿ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಆಂಬುಷ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡ್ರೈವರ್. ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಹೊಸೂರ್ ಸರ್ವೈವ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ severe injury, actually bullet injury. Luckily, it missed all the vital organs.
So I think I must salute, hats off to you and the team, because what an operation this was.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to meet Namannavaru? Did you ever get to meet Rajkumar?
Our time ali illilla, because I had come out of it, but subsequently I met him. In the sense, he was in Dharwad. Nanu
This was after he was released.
No, I think before that. Before that, he stayed in Dharwad for about 15 days.
Okay.
15 days. Our family ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು. There was ನಮ್ದು ಒಂದು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಬೆಲ್ವೆಲ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಶೋ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಕೆಂಪಯ್ಯ ಅವರ ಜೊತೆಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ we used to go for a walk every day in our campus. Yes, I have interacted with him.
108 days. But
so
the mindset what police officers have, army officers agli, police agli, traffic police agli, a critical thinking another is so important.
That's right. Yes.
What advice do you have for our young officers?
It's you have to be motivated. You have to be motivated, because there's a goal to achieve. And the physical strength is the mental strength. You have to be very strong, and equally the family has to support you. If you are worried about your family, and then if they keep on calling you, say that yavag bartira, the problem ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, so then ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿಚಲಿತರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ any officer. So the family plays a vital role in supporting any officer, whether it's army, whether it's police, any kind of adventurous activity in the cause of service. So
9 years ಆಯ್ತು ನೀವು ರಿಟೈರ್ ಆಗಿ. So what are you doing right now?
Of course, ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the day I was to retire, ಬಹಳ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ನನಗೆ.
Because as an officer you've been on tours from the start of your career and important assignments of the things what we spoke.
Right.
After that, after you retire, it's obviously there is no stress, no tension, but to find the right thing to do is difficult after you retire.
So actually it's a very, very difficult situation post-retirement life, because as long as you're in service, you wear uniform, you have power, everybody recognizes you, people come to you, respect you, and the moment you retire, you lose all the perks, and you are nobody like any other civilian. But there are people, in fact, who are so addicted to their uniform and their power that they find it very difficult to merge with the post-retirement life.
Yes.
They find it very difficult because psychologically they feel that they are still police officers. When you when you walk out, you're going in the road, people, should recognize you.
Yes.
The constable should salute you. All this kind of. But thanks to my service, in Department of Youth Services, where I was a total civilian officer for nearly 5 years. I used to meet, the youngsters. I forgot that I'm a police officer. So adu one stage. And again, when I was in SPG, I was not wearing my regular uniform. It was totally a different uniform. So different kind of role. And then, again, when I was at the time of retirement, I was the Aide to the governor. So that's again, a different way of life. Here, what matters here is what's your bent of mind. Whether to exert power and prove to others that, okay, I'm so and so, I can do it. Or you're there to serve people. Always felt that, I'm there for the people, so I should be loyal to the chair. I should be loyal to the government to which I am serving.
Absolutely.
So, not to any person. So, so my blending was very easy actually. So,
yeah, you're doing a lot of consultancy services.
yes, consultancy that came after. Actually, immediately after retirement, I was offered a job of an executive director in a construction company. ಒಂದು 6 ತಿಂಗಳು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. I was not very happy, left that. Then went to my daughter's place in US, spent about 6 months, came back. Then I happened to have a dinner with one Mr. Ravi Savani in Tedi, my senior officer in SPG.
Okay.
So, Bengaluru ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. So, we had dinner. ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಪ್ರಭಾಕರ್, what are you doing nowadays? Nothing much. Of course, passionate about gardening and also roof gardening ಅದು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. Are you interested in joining my unit ಅಂತಂದ್ರು. So then he explained me about that. It's an integrity services unit where you provide anti-corruption services in sports activities like Pro Kabaddi League, IPL. So I said, yes, I'm willing.
So mindset right agittu. So the shift was easy.
Shift was easy, very easy. So then I got into Pro Kabaddi League and then Indian IPL and then Tamil Nadu Premier League and then and then Karnataka Premier League
and I've heard after retirement the officers get to meet sometime, play cards and enjoy life.
Illa,
Are you
no,
interested?
no.
I would like to recollect my days in Dharwad during 1993 to 97 when I was the DYSP. I don't say incident, the feature of my profession I would like to recollect is the training of constables, especially the women constables. That was when, I think that was in 94, there was a huge recruitment of policemen in Karnataka state, and there weren't enough training centers available to train the constables. There was a long waiting period, so the government decided that temporary training centers should be set up in some of the districts, and Dharwad was chosen as one of the training centers. The first batch, we had male constables. We trained them. It was cut down from 9 months to 6 months because they had to pass out and then get into service. And then the second batch came. There were women constables, especially in from Bangalore city and from other districts also. They were sent to Dharwad. Mr. Kempaya was the Superintendent of Police then, and he was the principal, and I was, as a deputy superintendent of police, I was the vice principal. We trained these WPCs, and one thing which has never happened, which cannot happen, is the women constables and the male constables were put together in the same squad and they were trained. Normally you have separate training centers for women and a separate one for men, but here in a squad of 30, 20 would be the male constables and 10 would be women constables. and they were required to do all the physical exercises what the men were supposed to do. This training, happened after my return from my SPG. So I used my experience of what we used to call as the fitness program, what we used to call as confidence course. I set up an obstacle course within the police headquarters, and these WPCs, they were compelled to do that. Though I used to feel bad that women should not be put into such rigorous training, but me and my SP, we always thought that they had to be made physically, they had to be tough, and mentally, of course, they are tough, and that's a wonderful experience. And some of them, when I was in service, I used to meet them. I asked them, did you used to curse me, because I always and I think I thought I tortured you, with the rigorous training. They said, no sir, in fact what we are now is because of the tough training given by you. Later, in fact, a couple of years ago, when I was traveling to Bangalore, we were having breakfast. I met Mr. Bhaskar Rao, who was riding along with a team of constables on a bicycle on a long trip. So he introduced me to his officers, the district SP and the DYSP, additional SP, who were there with him. And they said, meet Prabhakar, who train. What you find, the head constables, ASIs here in the district, they were all trained by him. So I felt so proud, like they were all my students, and they have come up so well. So this incident I cannot forget.
Glad that you're still in service, and with the consultancy services, with your kind of experience,
yes,
you add a lot of value. And sir, I would say you have added so much value to this channel, to Maithreya. The tagline is Echoes of Wisdom. So the wisdom, the talk what you just spoke, it's all about that experiences, and you've added immense value to me and to the channel. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.